Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And demolition screwdrivers are essential. I mean, they're great because you can use them as a screwdriver, but you can also do all of the things that you're not supposed to do with the screwdriver. And I mean, it only took us thousands of years to finally get to this point. And I just upgraded my demolition screwdriver to this Mayhew Dominator. And this is part of their Pro series. And Mayhew, to confuse us, has a Select series, an Economy series, and a Pro series. And this one, I guess, is in the Pro series. And they also have, you know, another look. I could see different pictures on it. Anyway, I got this on Amazon. And what's strange is I was looking for something like this, but the Amazon page where this was found was kind of messed up because this was, let me grab the tag here. This is the tag for it. And on Amazon, it was listed as the 60141 Mayhew 12-inch Dominator screwdriver. But it was listed on Amazon as the 7-inch version for $15. And I thought, $15, that seems like a good deal. So I thought I'd try it. And I didn't know if I was going to get the 7 or if I was going to get the full 15. But anyway, this here, as you can see, or the full 12, this here is the 12-inch one. So I was happy about that. And I dug around further. The 18-inch is actually listed on the in the text as the 25-inch, and the 12-inch shows up as a 17-inch, which there isn't a 17. There's an 18, and then there's the 7, which is this one, except it's 12 inches. So anyway, I got it on Amazon for $15. It arrived just fine. I mean, it's a demolition screwdriver. I don't know what they do with it. Tore the tag off. Tag was stuck like this because I wanted to see if these work. This is a review I'm working on for a plastic scraper, plastic razor blade scraper. And as you can see, this thing works really smooth. This is great because this is the kind of stuff that I end up doing a lot. Normally I might use chemicals or something, try to get that off of there. But anyway, I like that better than if I had to, you know, try to do it with a scraper that I might end up taking the rubber off. But anyway, so here we go. What do we have here? We've got a heavy-duty steel striking cap slotted screwdriver. It's a pretty good sized one with a lot of flair right up here at the bit. Now this is one that I always carried in my car, my truck. And I actually, because I've got them in all my vehicles, I have basically a large slotted screwdriver generally within reach of the driver. And that's partially to use it for all kinds of different things. You know, often a pry bar, loosen things, persuade things, but also as a window breaker. And, you know, you could think of some other uses for something like that. So I wanted a pretty good sized one. I grew up always having one there. Then I had this Milwaukee for a while because I thought a demolition screwdriver was pretty good, but this one's more for cutting like metal conduit. This one here, just pretty heavy, and I don't like the handle, so I thought maybe I'd go with a pry bar, but the pry bar doesn't actually work very well as a screwdriver. So I thought I'm going to keep exploring these demolition screwdrivers. So here I am. Mayhew makes a lot of different USA-made tools, and those USA-made tools are often in kind of the striking sort of, well, like Mayhew ironworks almost. They are punches and chisels, clamps, pry bars, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. You're not going to see a whole lot of pliers, although I did find one that was a screw extraction plier. And a lot of people said Mayhew is all USA made. Well, I looked up the screw extraction plier because I thought, well, that'd be cool, except it's made in Japan. You know, and it has hints of some of the other screw extraction pliers. And then I got me thinking, why is the screw extraction plier such a Japanese thing? I mean, engineers, Van pliers, and now Mayhew. And then it occurred to me, you know why, I bet, is because we use all this Japanese industrial standard JIS sized bits in a lot of products, yet we grab our traditional, you know, Phillips in America or in other countries, because, I mean, this isn't a national or international thing. It's the Japanese industry standard, industrial standard, that makes the bit. And then they recommend, oh, get a Vessel because they make the best JIS bits. Well, if we all keep grabbing our Phillips screwdrivers and we go after those JIS fasteners, yeah, then we're going to need something like this. Or maybe when we send it back for repairs, you know, or the dealerships that, you know, sell the Japanese materials, the Japanese motors and vehicles and all kinds of stuff, if they're using JIS and we go after it with a Phillips, then you're going to have this tool. So maybe Japan has perfected the screw removal because they've also perfected their very own Phillips-like but not screw. Anyway, back to this guy. The shaft, heavy steel, it is a 3/8 inch. Now 3/8 is pretty small. Here's a snap-on 3/8 and snap-on 10 to show you. There's the play, that's with the 10 millimeter. That's pretty snug with the 3/8, so that's a good fit. The problem is this isn't, you know, if you're talking about a demolition screwdriver, that's a pretty tiny wrench. So I highly recommend going with something else, you know, like a great big old adjustable wrench. That would be a good one to grab one of these shafts if you really needed to apply some extra force. Or, of course, you could grab it with your plier wrench because then you can hang on to it a lot better. But either way, I think you need something a little bit bigger than this wrench. Although, yeah, go for it. It's your demolition tool. Anyway, I thought I'd get into something like this just to see how this one works. I'm going to go play around with it. I did notice it has a slight concavity here, which means this is somewhat directional in the hand. Screwdrivers generally are not all that directional, but in a pry bar, that might be what you want. Your palm's going to be here. You're going to be pressing down, you know, or pulling up or something. So this is actually, I think, a pretty solid design. Using the voltmeter or the continuity, I am not getting any pass-through. In fact, out of all of these, the only thing I get any kind of a reading on is this. Apparently there is a full electrical connection all the way through, and that would have been the one that I thought wouldn't have it. Not here, not here or here, obviously not that one. But anyway, I don't know how long what I consider a pretty good deal, $15.10 on Amazon for this guy, how long that's going to last. But I'm going to get more of these in different sizes, I think, play around with them. But overall, just in handling it, and I tried some bending it. I was getting a tiny, or not this one, I was getting a tiny bit of flex on this. This is a hex shaft. There's a square shaft. These are designed to flex, I guess, instead of break, but, you know, you have to really wedge it under something and step on it with something that small. But this guy here, I wasn't getting much of anything. This is really stout. So this will be a good companion in the car. And the truck and any other vehicle I'm riding in that it fits. But I'm thinking a small one might be a good one too for kind of my go kits. Anyway, with that, Doc out.